channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to Weekly Stock Picks, where we look at pullback and momentum trade opportunities for the week that is starting from tomorrow, day after tomorrow, basically August 22nd, 2022. So let's get into that. And here we have the first one, that's Adaniports. Adaniports is one of the largest port infrastructure developers in our country. They take up development, operations, maintenance of the ports basically, and it's a sector. It's part of the infrastructure sector, but it's a monopoly. It's hardly any competitors out there, and they're leading it. And investors also are happy with a healthy dividend payout. That's about the fundamentals of the stock. And technically, if you look at this, is what you see: a rectangular pattern or a box pattern, whatever you call it. So this is likely to break out. Not fully confirmed to rock now, but an entry that is made above that breakout zone somewhere, right above the alert candle, can give a good risk reward trades. So that's exactly what we have done. So charts are also indicating that the momentum is bullish. The ADX indicator that's used for checking the trend on the weekly basis is also bullish. And the infrastructure sector as such, if you see that index of that Nifty's index of infrastructure itself is saying that it's in the momentum perspective, it's in the bullish zone. So this is not exactly fully infrastructure. It's a port infrastructure. So it's a specific area which is more kind of monopoly in this. So the charts are saying that there is bullishness in the momentum in the trend and the price pattern, right? So how do we enter that? The entry would be at 884. That's about that breakout zone. It's a breakout opportunity that you look at. The right price would be that above that zone of the previous candle high. And then you have to book a loss if there is a reversal happening towards 790 levels, and then you can target for 997 and above and trail further. Because this is a Fibonacci extension projections of the target levels that we are seeing there. So that's that's about Adani. For the second pick coming is eichermotors. Also, one more thing is Adani. All the Adani group stocks are firing like anything because of some news flow that has come in. All the entire group as such is moving, blasting, you can say. Right. Anyway, moving on to the second one, the eichermotors. Eichermotors is part of the Indian automobile industry leader. It's a very well-known brand, Royal Enfield Bullet. That's owned by the eichermotors company. So it's giving a healthy dividend payout as well. The company as such, if investors perform. So that's the fundamental. And chart wise, this is what you see on the weekly charts. It's a rounding pattern or a cup pattern, whatever you call. So this is a resistance zone that is, it is broken out already. Now the auto sector also has substantially moved up, and then that's also forming a rounding cup and handle kind of pattern. And then now the entry on the eichermotors has to be a pullback trade, mostly if you want to tap, because it's a substantial 3 weeks of 2-3 weeks of consolidation and 2 full weeks of breakout has happened. So any small retracement camp that come in, ideally towards the high of the previous candle, that might be the zone where that is. But you could, if the Nifty 50 is also not falling or crashing, then that maybe the opportunity could be taken even before that. But that also gives a risk reward decent enough. Cup and handle gives an equal amount of the curve of the length of that curve on the upside. So that's why it is seen that it could go beyond the 78 extension Fibonacci levels also. So 3270 could be a pullback point. It could be slightly above that also, if the overall market index is not falling or crashing, something like that, right? So, and we have to come out of the trade if there is a mistake here, right? It's not it's got to be a 2 at this point. The stop loss has to be 29110. That's a mistake that is put in here, and you have to look for a target at the 3800 level. So just ignore the stop loss level. The risk reward is 1:1.5, right? So basically you have to stop loss is below the candle that is on the neckline, below that, and then we have a projection at 3800, right? That's the extension level near above the 78. So yeah, so always trade with cash or future or options that suits you, right? Your capital portion size as per your capital size, preferably not more than 1%, and then trail or pyramid further beyond that. But always, any risk for its initial trade that you have to take is, it should be 1% of the total capital, right? So 10 lakh would mean 10,000 is the quantity that you have to buy if you're buying in cash. Likewise, as per your capital, you will have to take the risk on taking derivatives instruments and play the options instruments and all that, right? It's up to you, but these are the potential levels where the underlying is supposed to move. So that's what you see here is the the final one. I think, yeah, I think I already moved on to this. So eichermotors, before that we saw Adani, and the third last one is oberoirealty. Oberoirealty is a leading real estate development company, part of the Oberoi group, and it has 19.5 or more than that, nearly 20% of FI holdings. That shows the confidence of the investors in that stock, right? It's a leading player in the real estate sector fundamentally, if you see. And why do we pick this? Because it's in a parallel channel on a weekly charts, and it's in a box pattern within a parallel channel, and there is enough potential for it to go towards the channel top once again, as it has historically shown. It has moved up, bounced up, and now it can go up to here. So entry above this, above this breakout. So if you consider this as a breakout rectangle candle, any entries above that could give decent risk reward of 1 is to 2.2. Very good risk reward, and then that's how it depends. So why we have taken one is box. The price patterns looks good. The momentum in the weekly also has climbed to the bullish zones, and ADX, the trend indicator, is also bullish, and reality sector as such is bullish in the short term from the momentum perspective, right? So entries right would be 1052, and stop loss should be 990, and they should large target for 1200, which gives them on 2, right? So that's the three stocks of reality from the reality sector, eichermotors from the auto sector, and adaniports from the infrastructure domain, right? And Adani Group is one of the stocks that is blasting also, right? So all three. I hope this helps you to plan your trades and look out for momentum trades and pullback trades in some way. How stock picks are done, I hope you have noticed, and thanks for watching. If you like it, definitely consider hitting the like button and share to maximum. If you're not subscribed, definitely do it right away. It helps us a lot in our giving us motivation to keep doing this much better every time. Thanks for watching. Happy trading, happy learning. Bye bye.